All righty. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Shara Prophet, the founder of Open Door Hypnosis and the Be Magic School. All right, give me 1 second. I just want to make sure. That I'm actually live for everyone and not just myself, because that happens. Here we go. Quite a bit on Facebook. Actually, live for everyone. Okay, there we go. All righty. Okay, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the room. Come on in. Today, we're going to be talking about identifying soul suckers and how to deal with them. Again, my name is Shara Prophet. I am the founder of Open Door Hypnosis and the Be Magic School. As you come into the room, please do tag your friends, share this video. For those of you who are going to be watching this on YouTube, I encourage you to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and please, everybody, feel free to jump in on the conversation and leave your comments, okay? All right, so let's just jump right into this. So first of all, a soul sucker is somebody who drains you of your energy. And that can be financially, it can be emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And so if you have these types of people around you, or if there's like a specific person, maybe at your job or in your family or your friend group or a neighbor, then I'm going to be sharing with you today some things that you can start doing to protect yourself and eventually cut these people out of your life, because you can absolutely do that. You hold the power and the authority and the magic to make someone completely disappear out of your life. Okay. I have done it many, many times, and it doesn't mean they're hurt or that they have left the planet. It just means that they're no longer in your personal energetic sphere. All right. So the best thing to do is to disconnect cords of attachment with people. And these are energetic cords. Now, for those of you that do not know what an energetic cord is, okay, it's also known as etheric cords or psychic cords. And they are these invisible connections that form between people, and that usually form when you have an interaction with somebody or if you're in relationship with someone. And usually the interaction has to be repetitive in order for these cords to start forming. Now, they're believed to exist on an energetic or spiritual plane, and they link people emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And they can form through positive interactions as well as negative experiences. Okay. So usually when we're disconnecting from someone, or we're disconnecting, and I disconnect cords. I don't cut, I disconnect. Okay. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on the differences between that. Okay. Because there's a whole process that I have developed that I use with clients and myself that works where you don't have to keep doing it over and over and over again. All right. So when we talk about the formation of these cords, right? Now again, cords can be positive, right? They can be between people that you love and your family and your friends. And these are people who are good for you, right? They benefit you in some way. When I say benefit, it doesn't mean that you get something out of them. It just means that they're healthy to be around. They're fun to be around. They lift your spirits up. They make you feel good and you make them feel good. And there's a beautiful exchange of energy between you and these people. And so these beautiful cords connect you all. And so when they come up in your mind, it brings a smile on your face, right? It makes you feel at ease and just so filled with joy and love and exuberance. So that is a healthy attachment. That's a healthy energetic cord that you have formed with a loved one. Now, the negative cords, and when I say negative, it doesn't mean necessarily bad, right? A negative energy draws unto itself, okay? Meaning it will subtract from anything around it, okay? That's negative. That's the negative pull, the negative energy, all right? Now, it does happen to feel bad because if you are around someone that is constantly drawing into themselves and drawing into themselves, right? Then you can start to feel drained when you get around this person. Okay, you can start feeling depleted. You can start feeling like maybe you forgot some things, you're forgetful after you leave this person, or a place, because it doesn't always have to be a person. Sometimes it can be a place. It can be your workplace. It can be places that you visit on a regular basis. Some people feel this way when they go to hospitals, all right? So if you work in a hospital or if you're in and out of the hospital a lot, or you have a friend or a family member that you visit in the hospital, you can also form cords of attachment with places too. People don't realize that. You can form a cord of attachment in your home. If your home is unhealthy, that's a negative cord attachment. All right. So again, these energetic cords, they form and they develop through repeated interaction or repeated emotional exchanges or repeated intense experiences. And they can form between family members, friends, romantic partners, acquaintances, people you work with, and places as well. So again, the nature of a cord can carry both positive and negative energies. Positive cords feel supportive, they feel loving, they feel uplifting, while your negative cords can feel draining and they can cause emotional distress, or they perpetuate negative patterns. All of a sudden, you get around this person and you're drinking more, or you're smoking a lot of weed, or, you're in places that you wouldn't normally hang out in. Maybe you're eating food that you wouldn't normally eat, okay? So let's talk about the impact of negative energetic cords and why it's so important for us to be aware of these things, because you want to be able to equip yourself with the right kind of tools and techniques to assist you with clearing this stuff out of your energy. Because a lot of people are walking around feeling drained, feeling tired, feeling depressed and angry. And it's not even their energy. They're drawing upon somebody else's energy. They're drawing upon the energy of the collective. That's another way you can also attach cords. You can attach cords with people on the internet. If you're always on the internet, if you're always on social media, if you're always interacting with different people or the same people all the time on social media, you do form energetic cords with them, okay? And then you're wondering why you are tired or angry or frustrated, or you can't sleep, or you got a headache now. And it's probably because it, first of all, didn't even come from you, right? If you look at your life and you see that your life is pretty okay, and you're wondering, where the heck did all of this energy come from? Why am I feeling like this all of a sudden? Well, it's probably because you have an attachment to someone that you might not even know, right? You got into an argument with somebody on social media, and now all of a sudden you're starting to feel icky, okay? It doesn't take much to form a cord of attachment. It does not take much, doesn't. Especially if it's an intense, emotional experience that you've had with someone or an exchange that you've had with someone, it does not take a long time. Okay. All right. So here are some ways in which these cords can impact you. Emotional drainage, we just started talking about that, right? You feel tired, drained after you've been interacting with a person, right? Or after you've been in a place for a while. So you've had a conversation with a certain person, all of a sudden you feel like you don't have any energy. You're confused, you're just out of it. Persistent negative thoughts, repeated negative thoughts or emotions about someone, even when they're not around you, okay, that's an indication that you have cord attachment to a person. And it can impact you by making you constantly think about the person. And see, a lot of us who are in the spiritual community, we will say, oh, that person put something on me because I can't get them out of my head. When maybe it's just that you all have a cord attached to each other and you haven't done your due diligence to disconnect the cord. Everything is not always, somebody putting a spell or a curse or a hex on you. Sometimes it's simply that you had an interaction with this person, you guys have a cord connection, and now you cannot get them out of your head. And you keep having these negative thoughts, which you should have said in the argument, or you keep having the conversation with people and you keep rehashing the story over and over and over and over again. This reconnects the cord with the person or strengthens the cord with the person. Okay. You're always thinking about the past argument or the hurtful incident with your ex or an old friend, or somebody you used to do business with or a client. Okay. And this just starts it all over again. Next thing you know, you just get mad all over again. Okay. Another way that cord attachments, negative cord attachments affect us is anxiety and stress. If you start feeling an increase in your anxiety and stress levels when you're in the presence of a person or you're thinking about a person or a situation, right? And all of a sudden your heart starts racing and you start experiencing this sense of dread. And when you see that person or that colleague who you have unresolved issues with, all of this stuff just strikes up again, okay? If you have difficulty moving on, you struggle to move past old relationships or situations, and you just feel stuck in the past. Okay, you find it hard to start a new relationship because you're constantly thinking about the past partner or the past incident, and you are fearful that that's going to happen again. The physical symptoms, okay, you have unexplained physical ailments or pains that manifest after you have been interacting with a certain person. And you are experiencing headaches, back pain, stomach ache, you feel nauseous after you get off the phone with your mom or your sister or your child's father or child's mother, okay? And you may be thinking, this person put a hex on me. This person put a spell on me. They did something to me. Check for cord attachment first, y'all. I'm giving y'all some real free game here. Okay. If you feel controlled or manipulated, this is another symptom that you have a cord attachment to someone. You have a sense of being controlled, manipulated, or influenced by another person. And all of a sudden you feel compelled to act or behave in ways that are outside of your true natural self. just to appease somebody else. And you feel like this person is making me do that every time I get around them. I can't help myself. I have to pay for dinner. I have to give them a ride. I have to pick them up. I have to do this. I have to do that. They just make me feel like I got to do something for them. Okay. If you are on an emotional roller coaster, so you experience these extreme highs and these extreme lows linked to interactions with specific people. Okay. You start feeling ecstatic, and then all of a sudden you hit this low and you crash after you've been hanging out with this person. Okay. Even though they're inconsistent with you in their behavior, right? So let's just say you're dating someone and this person, sometimes, they're around and then maybe you don't see them for a couple of weeks and they're just inconsistent with their behavior. So when you see them, you're so excited and so happy to see them. But as soon as it's time for them to leave, or when they leave, you get really low. You get depressed, you get angry, you get sad. Okay. They got you on an emotional roller coaster. Now, that the other part of that one specifically is that you might have some codependency issues too. That's a whole nother conversation, and we will get to that conversation. Okay. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on human behavior, emotional intelligence, healing yourself, techniques and tools that you can use to heal yourself, forgiveness work. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos about this, all right? So you all make sure that you subscribe if you're on YouTube, that you make sure you set your notifications on both Facebook and YouTube so that when I get on live, when my videos come out, that you're able to see it, okay? And you're able to quickly connect with me. All right? So again, intrusive thoughts, these are ways that you know you have some cord attachments, some negative cord attachments. All right? Intrusive thoughts, ruminating thoughts about a person over and over and over again, can't get them out your mind. Mood swings. You have high highs and low lows. Physical reactions. You notice physical symptoms in the body, headaches, fatigue, nausea. Okay. You feel drained after you have been in contact with this person. All right. Compulsive behavior. You feel compelled to check in, talk to, think about the person excessively, even when you don't want to. Difficulty letting go. Can't let go of the past. Can't let go of old conflicts. You can't let go of old relationships. You feel emotionally stuck. You're not able to form new relationships. You're not able to move forward in your life. Okay. And if you feel manipulated, right? If you feel like this person has some control over my actions and my decisions, and the person is inconsistent, they're just in and out of your life, but whenever they come around, all of a sudden you feel like you can't control your actions. Now, most people say, oh, that person has a spell on me. They got a spell, they put a spell on me. They put some sort of a hex or something over me, right? They have control over me. Not negating that, not saying that that can't be the case, but I'm giving you another way to check and test to see if that is the case. The first thing you need to do is learn how to disconnect, not cut. When you cut a cord, the root is still attached, which means it can grow back. You need to learn how to disconnect cords, disconnect the cord, okay? So that you don't have to keep cutting over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I used to cut cords. I used to follow the tradition of cutting cords and using the sword and all of that type of stuff. And then I would just find that I have to keep cutting cords. Like, oh my God, I guess I gotta go back and do this again until I develop my own strategy, my own way of doing it. And I don't have to go back and cut cords anymore. Once I release a cord, it's done because of the way that I do it. Okay. So when you understand the impact, hey, what's up? Oh, somebody is popping in. What is this? What's going on here? What's happening? Okay. Something weird just happened. All right. So now that you understand the impact of negative cords, right? Of negative cord attachment, and you can recognize the signs, and you can start taking steps towards that healing and reclaiming your energy. Thank you, Lavette. Oh, yay. I got 20 stars. Hey, I think. Thank you. I don't think I've ever received these before. Thank you. I don't even know how to count them. But thank you. Um, so when you become aware of these, okay, I've given you enough information to help you identify and tell when and if you might just have negative cord attachments to somebody, all right? So when you are able to do this, the next thing is you're going to have to start doing certain practices to assist you with getting your energy back, okay? And releasing these people or situations, or maybe even a place. I'm going to talk more about that in my upcoming energetic cord removal class that's happening on August 7th, okay? So we're going to talk more, we're going to go really deep into this, all right, in that class. And that's going to happen again Wednesday, August 7th at 4 p.m. And I'm also facilitating what I'm going to be calling my Summer of Healing virtual retreat, which is going to include 4 classes that are going to teach you how to remove negative energies out of your life, how to end certain toxic cycles, how to clear up confusion, remove blockage, get rid of stagnation and procrastination from your energy field, so that you can start to activate and magnify a healthier behavior, okay, in all areas of your life, all areas of your life. So we're going to begin our first class, which is energetic cord removal, where I teach you my technique of how I disconnect, not cut, toxic cords of attachment. I use the elements of fire and air. It's a very specific way that I do this. Okay, and there's a big difference in disconnecting a cord versus cutting it. Again, when you cut a cord, that's like cutting grass. The root of it is still intact, meaning it can grow back. But with my cord removal process, it's very powerful. When we remove it, it's done. It's a done deal, baby. Okay. And it has helped many of my clients, including myself, not only to release attachments to people, ideas, situations, and places, okay? But it also blocks out energies that no longer serve a purpose. So they can't even re-enter your energy field unless you want them to, okay? Now, what this does is it makes room for new stuff to come in. It makes room for bigger, better, more beneficial beginnings to happen in your life. Because in order for new stuff to come in, you got to get rid of that old. You have to disconnect from the old energy that no longer serves you. Now, if you want to be in on this class, you can register. You can register for the 4 classes separately, or you can save some money and you can register for the full virtual retreat, which includes the 4 classes. Okay. So I'm going to be putting the link in the comments after this video is uploaded. Or you can just go to bemagicschool.org right now and sign up. Okay. There are payment plans available for you all. The full course, if you do the retreat all together, it's only $333. And each class is no longer than 90 minutes. It's all recorded. So if you can't make the live stream of the class, then you can always go back and watch the replay because everything is going to be recorded and you have 120 days access to that, which gives you plenty of time to go back and watch the replays. There's going to be PDF forms that you can download. You also get access to our 24/7 WhatsApp private group chat where you can ask questions. You can, talk about your experiences after doing these techniques. And it's just a really cool, safe and nurturing environment. I pride myself on providing a safe, respectful, loving, nurturing environment for my clients and my students. I don't play that mess. I don't play drama. I don't play he say, she say. I don't bring any of that energy because all that is that we have room for is healing, elevation, ascension, and power. That's all there's room for. We don't have room for no pettiness. So you don't have to worry about that when you come into the Be Magic School. We don't deal in that. We don't deal in that. There's no energy for that. Because when you're doing work like this, when you're disconnecting cords and you're forgiving and you're loving yourself and you taking that fire walk, baby, you don't have any room. There's nothing inside of you that wants to start drama with anybody else. Okay, so it's a loving, healing, safe, nurturing community. There's no he say, she say. There's no talking behind each other's backs. And if it is happening, I don't know about it because people don't even come to me with that craziness. Okay. All good? Cool. All right, y'all. Well, I thank you so much for your time, for your energy and your attention. Go ahead and call your energy and power back to you right now because you've given me your energy and your time and attention. Call it back to you. Pure, filtered, clean, and free. Okay, of emotions, intentions, words, impressions, and suggestions. Call it all back. Take what fits for you. Leave the rest. All right. And if you want to join in on the energetic cord removal class, we start Wednesday, August 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we take a break. We have a week of a break, and then we start class number 2. We take another week of a break, and then we start class number 3 and so forth. I like to give y'all some breathing room because this work is going to be highly transformative. You are going to feel some shifts, baby. Okay. So I got to give y'all a week in between to breathe and allow for the energy to settle in and for those transformations to take shape because it happens fast. All right. All right. Okay. So if y'all have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. Feel free to email me, info@bemagicschool.org. All right. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.